Okay, what are we doing today?
We are trying out the ZeroBreeze AC Unit on our trailer. So it's about 80 degrees outside, not too much humidity, but let's see what it's like in the trailer right now. It's been closed up all day. And we are at 84 degrees and 48% humidity. So we're gonna hook up the AC unit and see what it does to the inside. All right, so they gave us an extra attachment here that originally there was just this little mesh part here. Took that out, put in the attachment that they gave us, and now we can take the semi-cold air from inside, bring it back in here, recirculate it, have it come back out here, and then we'll have the cold air go back into the trailer. Put that on there. So those nubs just kind of fits around those. So it's not a completely tight seal, but at least we'll get the air in there without the hose falling off. And then, so we have it connected to the battery pack. And then up here, we'll turn it on. Alright, starting to hear a little noise.
Alright, let's get the other side connected, and we're all connected. One pipe set up here. The bottom pipe of the front has to go to the other side.
So that's recirculating the cooled down air.
And on this side, we have what? What do we got going on here?
So this is the exhaust. So the warm air is getting shot out down here. And then we've got our tube for the condensation.
And then this cable here is strictly feeding power from the bottom battery to the main unit. And we don't really know how many hours it'll go on battery. Any idea?
I think 6 to 7 hours on a fully charged battery, but there again, it depends on how high you're running the fan and how hot it is and how much it's really trying to cool it down.
Yep.
So how hard the battery's having to work. It has been 25 minutes. The temperature hasn't changed a whole lot, but the humidity has definitely gone down. And it is sitting right on the shelf by where the vent is, where the cold air is coming in. If we moved it back over here, obviously that's too quick to really get a temperature, but yeah. So the humidity is lower, temperature's dropping somewhat, but not real quickly.
Okay.
So it is about an hour and a half into it. We are at 68 degrees.
Wow. And
43% humidity. Humidity is rising as I brought it out. But this was sitting in the area on the bed where you'd be laying down. So decent. So it went from 80 something down to 68. So 15-20 degrees in an hour and a half. Not bad.
So what is your thoughts on the ZeroBreeze now that we've tested it twice and did more of an extended run test over an hour and a half?
So the battery was still working just fine. So it has 5 lights. We started on 3 and it was down to 2, I think. So
yep.
That was after an hour and a half. So if you did an hour and a half times 5 lights, you're looking at probably 7 hours or so of battery life, which is decent.
I think a lot's going to depend on how hot is it outside. Is
Yes.
it running constant and going crazy?
Yep.
But it definitely took the humidity out of the air, and it did drop the temperature down.
Yeah, it went down 15-20 degrees, so that was decent.
The two things that it says that it'll do. And we're not talking huge drops. Like if you have a rooftop unit, that's going to be your ultimate air conditioning on a hiker trailer, right?
But the big one on the roof needs power to be plugged into it to run it.
Yeah, you have to have its own power directly plugged into this. Where here, this is a good off-grid option.
Yep.
I wouldn't say you're going to run it in Texas heat all day long. You're going to pull the humidity out. You're going to drop some temperature down. But is it something that's going to last all day? No, it's not. You're going to have a way to recharge it or have additional batteries. So,
so could it help at nighttime to drop the humidity, bring the temperature down? Definitely.
That's the biggest thing that you run into, is trying to pull the humidity out of the air.
If you can just make it so you're not sticky.
Our hiker trailer I think if you could connect this, find a good place for it, you're either going to have to put it on the front. Negative to putting it on the front with the air conditioning mounts, one thing we have noticed is getting into the toolbox. Make sure you're done getting in the toolbox for the night.
Yes.
Before you set it up.
Out of it, yep, that you need.
And then setting it up for the night, it's definitely going to help you out overnight to sleep better. So,
yep.
Yeah, with that, it's going to be up to you though. It's got a little bit of a price to it. So it's going to be up to you whether you can justify the price for the output.
Right. So how much are you going to actually use it?
Hopefully you guys enjoyed this video and helped you out a little bit. Yeah, there's pros and cons both ways, guys. You got to decide what's best for you and what's best for your budget. So with that being said, make sure you guys get out, do a little cool
camping.
We'll talk to you later. Thanks.